What's going on, people of here and beyond? It is Jay Sean, and welcome to Royal Rumble 2021 card prediction. We are here. We're going to go down the 2021 Royal Rumble card one by one. We're going to tell you who we think is going to win, and we might tell you why, even though it really doesn't matter. I'm joined today by two familiar faces. They should be. They're in darn near every other video with me. If you guys would like to go ahead and introduce yourselves, I will let you do it and let them know where you're from.
Age before beauty.
You're older than me, Jagoff.
Am I?
Yes.
Yes.
Your birthday's
Fine.
in May, mine's in July. Same birth year.
Okay, fine. Beauty before age.
No,
late.
you already talked first. Go ahead. It's
All right.
It's your podcast.
It's not my podcast. No. I have a
you-
separate podcast.
You
I have
used to be the
Postmodern
co-host.
Art
Just
Podcast.
go. Just go. God.
Oh, I am Nathan Ragland. I am host of the Postmodern Art Podcast, and I guess former host of this thing, whatever it may be. It's awesome to be back.
And I am Foster, co-host of the Anime Egotists, where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the view, because the Anime Egotist content is made by us, and it's for people like all of you, and it's mediocre to be back. It's okay to be back, but it's nothing all that special. I could have been doing something like learning a foreign language, writing up my stories and whatnot, donating to a local shelter, but nah. I'm about to do some predictions where we'll probably enjoy the show, but people will complain regardless. So mediocre to be here.
Well, we're going to jump into it. We're not even going to BS around the bush. Let's get into it, starting with the first match on the card. Well, not on the card, the first match I'm going to bring up. Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Who do you think is going to win and why? Go, Raglan.
Reginald. I think he's gonna be the one to win.
Oh,
No. No. At this point, with how the feud has kind of been built up, as talented as both people are in this contest, I can't bet against the boss at this point. Sasha Banks is on the hottest run that she has ever been before. I think she's going to keep that momentum and retain that Women's SmackDown Championship.
Okay, so this feud's been. I think their last match at TLC was a really underrated match, and of course Carmella got the title shot basically by pinning Sasha Banks a couple of weeks ago. We all know Reginald's probably going to get involved at some point, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. I think they have plans for Sasha to keep the belt. Maybe not until Mania, but I could honestly see her maybe even losing it as early as the Chamber if they decide to do that, or if it's just number one contendership. So I think Sasha wins, and if one more person calls me Reginald, that's some nonsense.
I can't tell if that's racist or just a stereotype towards people with dreads.
Let's just say yes and move on.
I was about to say it's yes. Some kid called me Kofi the other day, and he paid me $10 for an autograph. I took it.
And you didn't sign it, did you?
Oh.
No, I was about to say, why did I do that?
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm in agreement with the group. I think Sasha had the big time win. She's gonna pick up the win, but we all know the true winner of this entire storyline has been Reggie. Period.
Yeah, Reginald's been great.
Next up, we have the Universal Championship Last Man Standing match. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. With, of course, Roman Reigns has his family and special counsel to the Tribal Chief, Paul Heyman. Who do you think is going to win and why?
Can I go first this time?
Yes, you can.
Can I just say, this feud's been kind of disappointing?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. We know both guys are great, but it kind of just feels like they're spinning their wheels until they get something. Oh, you said I'm sorry. That's something wrong with you. SmackDown actually took the time to give us relatable and interesting characters with good dynamics, making the bad guy an actual bad guy who you legitimately hate. Because, Roman, it took us this long to get heel Roman. Why did it take us this long?
Gotta stop for the tribal chief show up at your door, man.
And Kevin Owens, he's a smart bait. He outsmarted Roman. He got under Roman's skin. He called Roman a bully, and you notice Roman actually shifted. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to kill this guy. But
I'm so just. Oh God, I personally would not try to ever, like, if Roman Reigns came up to me and was just like, "You're in my seat," and I wasn't even sitting at a table, I'd be like, you know what, you are totally right. Head of the table chief, Roman Reigns, you got it, bro. Here you go. I'm sorry.
I gotta say though, I'm kind of disappointed that Adam Pearce wasn't getting this match. I love Kevin Owens, but I wanted Adam Pearce to win that belt.
You know, I really kind of was hoping that Adam Pearce would have this match too. I really still hope he does get involved. So we might get that. He wasn't on SmackDown.
I was about to say no. In all honesty, I think the Mania match we're getting is Adam Pearce versus Braun Strowman, but that's another. I have reasons for that, and I can explain later. But for now, as much as I love Kevin Owens, and I want him to win, especially with his Everrise shirt on SmackDown, because we all know Everrise rules.
And Roman Reigns is going to get that shirt banned.
I was about to say, I can't even be upset. I can't even be upset about that because he'll come here and hurt me. But
and then he'll sit at the head of your table,
which no one's using it, so it's fine. So I gotta go with Mr. Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns time.
Not the what time is it?
Roman Reigns time. Jesus. Anyway, so who I'm picking to win for this match? Again, Reginald. No, I'm joking. That's the last time I did that. No. But with this one, I think Foster perfectly illustrated this to a T. The fact that this is, once again, like, some of the best writing to be put into any sort of feud whatsoever, like within the past, year or so alone. I think we can all agree on that. The fact that this is probably the most invested anyone has been in the Universal title as a whole since it's been introduced.
It's almost like you can do stuff like this with full-time people. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, right? And so with that in mind, the full-time person that shall be retaining it, I'm fully investing in the head of the table with Roman Reigns keeping that belt, whether it be by himself or with interference, probably from the Usos. That's going to be the safe bet because, what was it? Last man standing. So, technically anything goes. So
I'm actually glad you mentioned that. Going into my prediction, of course, Roman Reigns is going to be your still reigning defending champion. But how he does it, this is not going to be the end of the Kevin Owens rivalry with Roman Reigns. That's going down to WrestleMania. And the reason I say that is because Sunday, who will be returning other than Jimmy Uso? Uso is going to cost Kevin Owens the match, leading to a one-on-one with Jimmy Uso at the next pay-per-view for Kevin Owens to be able to get another title opportunity at WrestleMania. And that will be the end, the antithesis of their rivalry.
Okay, question.
Answer.
If that's the case, then what happens? What does Roman do in the chamber? Does he just say something like, I shouldn't have to lessen my health in the chamber. If you think I'm doing that, you must think I'm stupid. And if you think I'm stupid, you're disrespecting me, my family. Do you just expect him to say something like that?
Probably, yeah. Probably have some type of answer of you know what? I put my body and my spirit and my livelihood on the line too much for this company. This time, I'm gonna let y'all do it. Have fun.
And Foster, don't ever think you can write for me again. yes, sir. I'm sorry.
If I may interfere, I'm just going to say when it comes to the chamber, it might also depend on who's the winner for the men's Royal Rumble match, because for all we know, someone from Raw could win, and so they need a number one contenders match for the Universal title. So
We'll get to that in a moment.
yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
we're going down the
So
rabbit
so we all pick Roman Reigns.
hole. Of
Right.
course.
Okay, but my one little quick thing before we moved on. I actually thought we were going to get Adam Pearce versus Roman. Adam
did
Pearce
too.
looks good. Roman wins in the end. And I thought Kevin Owens was going to stay off TV completely. Surprise return, wins the Rumble, and says, who am I going to challenge? How about Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
that would be smart.
I thought it was going to be something similar. I thought more or less similar, but like he doesn't enter the Rumble. Basically, Roman is about to destroy Adam Pearce to the point where he will never be able to work again, and Kevin Owens comes out and like saves him from death and destruction.
True, but I'm just thinking, no, I don't know anybody who would be upset at Kevin Owens winning a Rumble.
Oh no, nobody.
Anyways,
we'll get
next
into
match.
Next,
Or
match.
is it just like a 2-match card and we can just be done?
That'd be great, but no, we have to keep going. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match: Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
Shayna and Nia. Just Shayna and Nia. I don't have anything else. I have nothing else.
As much as I want to go against that, considering the fact that there's been really next to no build except for the Charlotte Lacey thing, which is weird on its own. The fact that they probably don't want Asuka to be tied up to that title while holding the Raw Women's title. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Nia and Shayna Baszler as well.
For this one, I'm going to be the differentiator of the group. I'm going to say Asuka and Charlotte Flair. My sole reasoning, is because they're going to go on to have a match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
That's all that we know that. Probably Asuka's going to go over. I feel like she's going to be the one to win. I personally. They lose the belts afterward and do similar to the John Cena, Shawn Michaels thing from like 2007.
Yeah. It was like 2006, 2007, something like that.
From basically that year where they were like tag team opponents, tag team champion opponent, and like that was literally one of the most marquee rivalries of that year. I think Asuka and Charlotte could do the same thing if they were to do something similar. So I think Asuka and Charlotte.
Yeah, this match is kind of just like a coin flip. I'd prefer if actual tag teams were the tag champions, but then again,
like
people can't.
Iconics.
Yeah. Okay, I have a bone to pick about the iconic situation.
Okay.
Does anybody else get, like, everybody points out, I really hate that they broke up the Iconics just to put Peyton Royce in another tag team. I'm like, you know what? Fine, I respect that. But how come nobody says that about Heavy Machinery? At least Peyton and Billy are both on TV a good amount. Where's my boy Tucker Knight? Where is he?
Right.
And Otis is with Chad, like, that's so funny. He's in another tag team. Like, you can't. No, it bothers me.
Tucker was chasing after the 24/7 championship, but we never saw him again.
Yeah, and
it's sad to think of, but like, think about like not even 9 months ago, Otis was in line for a WWE or Universal Championship because he held the Money in the Bank Championship, Money in the Bank briefcase, and now look at him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like Miz and Morrison aren't doing that much better. I can't.
All right, but anyway.
Anyways, moving on.
Since you said Money in the Bank, and I'm thinking about the WWE Championship, WWE Championship match, the match that we're all dreading: Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg.
Okay, now when you say Goldberg, do you mean Barry Goldberg from the Goldbergs? Because that would be a far more entertaining match.
I wish. I really do.
Big Tasty versus Drew McIntyre, that'd be incredible.
That'd be great. But no, I mean Bill Goldberg, the guy who apparently flipped an entire police station on an episode of NCIS.
But meanwhile, he headbutts the door and he just can't work for the next 10 minutes.
Oh God! Oh, don't remind me of that.
Yeah. I don't feel like being nice to Goldberg right now. So
that's fair. But so
who are we picking up
with Drew?
You're picking Drew?
I'm saying yes because I'm saying yes, but I'm also dreading what the alternative, like what all the dirt sheets are saying, and it hurts because either way, that means we're not be rid of Goldberg, and it hurts.
You know, can we just have the Big E Goldberg match and just be done with him?
Big meaty man slapping me.
I was about to say, it doesn't have to be a good match because Big E himself said it wouldn't be a good match.
He's not trying to have no 5-star epic. He just want two big meaty men slapping me.
I'm personally very okay with that. But here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. And I'm not saying this to be if I'm right in the end. If you're that worried, pick Goldberg. Because if Goldberg wins the title, you're right. If Goldberg loses, then you're wrong. But Drew stays champion. So it's a win-win.
I can't. I have to go with Drew.
Yeah.
I'm going with Drew. I'm going with my gut, and if it turns out to be wrong, I'm going to cry. Very much so.
Okay, so he's going Drew. Foster, who you going with?
You
Go
know,
ahead. Pick Goldberg.
No, I don't want to. Why is it? Why do I feel like a majority of wrestlers from Atlanta just don't make me happy anymore? Let's see. Goldberg. I haven't heard the. Cody's in a weird spot for me right now, even though it's technically Marietta. Cody's in a weird spot for me. Benoit, obviously, you can't say anything. But I guess Xavier Woods is my favorite wrestler from Georgia, so I'll live with that. Unless he likes Xbox over PlayStation, then we have another thing. But
I think he's PC over everything. But
I can live with that.
Same.
So I can't do it. I have to say Drew. Drew wins. Drew wins. Claymore, 18 seconds.
I really hope it's very Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania. What was that? 30.
29.
Wait, that was
28.
Like
It was 28.
28.
As long as Goldberg doesn't kiss AJ first, then that's fine. Because that would be a return out of nowhere that just wouldn't make any sense.
That's fair.
Okay, so you're both going with Drew on this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Miz.
Oh, don't do it.
Yes, I am.
That might be worse.
No. Okay. Just.
I would be okay with that over Goldberg.
No, I can't stand the Miz right now, and it's
Exactly.
not even.
But that's the perfect reason why he would be the one to hold this belt right now, because it's one of those you're gonna hate it. So whenever the Royal Rumble winner wins, you'll be rooting for them to beat the living shit out of the Miz. He's the perfect punching guy.
You don't seem to understand what I mean by that. I don't mean wow, he's doing such a great job. I mean he's been doing nothing for so long.
Exactly.
So inconsequential that I don't care.
It might even be worse than the run he got leading into freaking 27.
Yeah, it's really bad. I take flipping Matt McKnight to win Money in the Bank over the Miz. I don't want the Miz as I want the Miz as champion right now. Give it to John Morrison.
Time out! Don't you dare disrespect Matt McKnight like that. Okay,
Hey! I have heard that. I'm just saying. I've heard bad things about his suplexes. Everything else is fine, but his suplexes seem to need work. I'm just saying. But yeah, so you're picking Miz to okay? No, just follow up question. In all seriousness,
okay.
Do you expect Miz to cash in before, during, or after the results of the match?
During, but it's like after like they each do like the spear claymore like against each other. Like it's that moment to where it's like they're both freaking like destroying themselves after 30 seconds to where Miz comes out, goes for Drew, and gets the pin off of him.
I was about to say, are you sure? Okay, here's the thing. Could we see them doing a scenario where some other shenanigans get cashed in, Drew wins, and then Adam Pearce is like, oh, well, technically, according to Clause A, you can't cash in the Money in the Bank when it's 74 degrees in the wintertime or something like that.
That could always be the case, but I feel like at this point they've already done that once with the TLC shenanigan scenario or whatnot, so they're not going to do that again, I hope. Knock on every single piece of fucking wood that I have. So
honestly, if it's just bad enough, I can see them doing that.
Yeah, it's Raw. I don't have Raw has to earn my trust back. SmackDown knows what it's doing, but Raw needs to earn my trust back.
Yeah, that's true.
Even with
yeah,
that weird SmackDown finish yesterday, I still trust it.
I think they were trying to go for that one SmackDown where everybody ran out and did their finisher, but it didn't equate to television.
Yeah. Well, plus nobody threw each other over the top rope like you're supposed to do.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Anyways, so Drew, Miz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
All right. What's next?
What is next? What is next? Well, I think we went through all of those matches. Let's do the Women's Royal Rumble match. But for the sake of the video, what we're trying to do here, only say who you think is going to win because we have another section coming up after we predict who wins.
What's the other section? Because I
Where
don't
we
know.
talk about surprise entrance.
Oh, surprise!
I feel like-
Okay, that's fine.
I feel like we should do that first and then pick the winner. That's just
No.
It's his podcast. We have to do
Because
what he says.
Because we have something that we're going to do where we talk about who we think realistically is going to appear and who fantasy wild that probably won't happen that we want to appear.
okay. I got you. I got that one. I got that
Sure,
one down to a T.
sure.
Let's go.
Okay,
Fine.
so Women's Royal Rumble. Boom.
All right, either of you want to go?
I just want to say it's better than last year because last year they had like 4 women announced at first, and then it's just like, all right, here are the 26 other people, and they're in the Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people. I'm not gonna say it's an easy pick, but a lot of people say Bianca's gonna win. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. She hasn't even entered my head of who's gonna win. I'm just gonna say Bayley. I don't know. I don't like I've said before. I'm not that big on Bayley, but she's been doing a whole lot of stuff. So they seem really high up on her. So it seems like they might want to revisit the Sasha thing. Give Sasha her first win at Mania over somebody who she's had like incredible chemistry with and this long-standing rivalry with. So I guess I say Bayley.
All right, so I'm gonna go with a little bit of a surprise for mine, and it's probably not going to be at all close to the winner. But this is what I'm putting my cards down on the table for this one. Her presence has been felt for the past few weeks, but I honestly think Sonya Deville is going to win, mainly because Sasha needs a more legitimate opponent at this point. We've already run through the Bayley storyline, as interesting as it would be for a WrestleMania setup. That'd be interesting. But at the same time, Sonya Deville kind of having that presence, I feel like it's going to be full force whenever she enters the Rumble and wins.
But she wasn't hired as a wrestler. She was just hired as an assistant manager.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean that she can't enter.
I guess, man. You know what? This is your pick. I'm not even going to try to strip the meat and bones off of it.
Absolutely. Is Foster okay? Is he?
I think he slipped into a tramp. Oh, snap.
Whoa. That was.
That was cool. All right, well.
How the fuck did you do that? How'd you do that?
Anyways,
Foster.
you said Sonya?
Yeah, I said Sonya Deville. I think her to win.
I was sorry, I was having connection issues, so I wanted to fix something super quick.
Okay. No, because for us, it's like you were frozen there, and then all of a sudden you were just gone.
Oh yeah, I can do that. But anyways, does Sonya come out in that salmon weird suit thing she had?
I'd say yes.
Something similar, something that's a little bit more comfortable for her to actually wrestle in, but not that exact one. Maybe in like a different color variation.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Anyways, who's your pick?
There are so many options here that are like believable, in my opinion. You got your heavy swingers, obviously Charlotte, Shayna Baszler, Bianca, and Bayley. Those are like the big 4 heavy swingers. Alexa's coming in as kind of a wild card because She has a clean win over Oscar right now. She doesn't necessarily need to be in the Rumble to be a qualifier at the moment.
All right.
But she's still kind of up there because of that win. I don't know because it's literally, even though we have our front runners, none of them feel like it's time for them to win. But I know I need to pick somebody, and all of the signs seem to be pointing this way or the other obvious way. So I'm gonna pick Charlotte. She's gonna be back-to-back winner 2 years in a row. I feel like that's what it's gonna be, and she's gonna go after the Raw championship.
Yeah, it's just one of those, padding up that resume a little bit more, trying to make her the best women's wrestler/wrestler to ever exist, in WWE. Just pad it up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, freaking another, 10, 12, 15th, 200th title reign and all this other stuff. So,
Right.
And Foster's frozen again.
Charlotte, Sonya. Who'd I pick?
I don't know.
Bayley, right?
Bayley, that's right.
Oh.
Okay,
Right.
so what's next?
Next is the men's Royal Rumble match.
Oh, I thought we were doing surprise entrance, but okay.
Oh, we still got the men's.
Okay.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm doing the social media cleanse, so that way I don't find out anything. I don't know who's going to be 1, 2, or 30. I'm not going to know until tomorrow. But
I'm gonna figure it out.
going into the men's Royal Rumble, I'm going to go with what my heart wants, not what I think is going to happen.
Oh, that always works.
Edge is going to win.
Care to elaborate?
My reasoning, and I would only have done this. I'm only doing this because of 2 reasons. One, he announced this year that he was going to be in. He's not going to be a surprise. And 2, the promo that he cut about the fact that he actually never lost his championship. He never lost it. He just had to give it up. I believe because of that, he is going to go on to win it and face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I mean,
Will he
that'd be
actually
a matchup
win?
I
I
would
don't know.
see.
I think
I mean, at the end of the day, that'd still be a cool matchup. Or maybe they'll try to do the spear versus spear and have him go for Roman Reigns' Universal Championship.
No, they're not going to beat him up.
I mean, that's what happens when you mess with the tribal chief. I say, as I just today bought an Everrise shirt before it gets banned.
Before it gets banned.
Yeah, he's going to come beat you up for that, bro.
He's probably gonna come beat me up just for living, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Foster.
okay, I struggle on this because I remember a couple years ago when Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan were tag team champions, and I jokingly said Seth Rollins was gonna make it to the end and beat this brutal Iron Man style fashion that makes him look amazing, only for Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle's son, to dump him over the top rope and win the Rumble. I jokingly made that pick one year, and then Shinsuke Nakamura won. So I'm not exactly great with this, but I also picked Drew McIntyre last year, so this is hard. Because I think SmackDown has done a really good job of building up anybody can win the Rumble. Anybody can win. Like, they're building up Shinsuke again. They're building up Cesaro. Daniel Bryan is at least on TV every week. He's losing, but he's still doing stuff. They've done a good job of that, but Daniel Bryan seems like such an obvious pick, but I don't know if they want to give him the Rumble one. Heck, I could believe Jey Uso winning it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
Yes.
The story would be interesting. I think the story going into it would be interesting. They dissolved the bloodline, but for the sake of the story, I feel like they'd be able to dissolve it and still bring it back.
Yeah. Heck, But oh boy, I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan. No. I take that back. I think somebody else is winning the Rumble. You told me not to talk about surprise entrants, but I feel like a surprise entrant is winning the Rumble and is challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Oh goodness, I think I know who you're talking about.
Who am I gonna say?
Brock Lesnar.
No, I was not gonna say Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
I was going to say whatever bearded hillbilly seemingly stole Brock Lesnar's identity if you look at him now. But yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. There's a story to it. Think about it this way. Hey, Brock wins the Rumble, challenges Roman, sees Roman with Paul, and Paul has to kind of mediate, like, let's see, who gives me more money?
Not wrong, no. You're really not.
And ultimately, he sides with Roman, and heck, maybe Brock can go interact with R-Truth like he seemingly wants to do.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Brock.
Okay. So this has been literally like festering in my brain for a good, couple of days since we agreed to do this kind of thing.
No, his name is Festus.
Jesus. Anyways, because I've been thinking of so many possibilities. I'll tell you who I'm going to be rooting for, and it's not going to win. I'd love to see Mustafa Ali win and challenge Drew McIntyre. I would love to see
something?
That. Yes.
Can I say, first of all, yes to the idea of supporting him. Second of all, Mustafa Ali.
Oh, sorry. Mustafa. Thank you. Sorry. My bad. Anyways, but that was my initial pick, but I changed it and I was thinking, with the Roman Reigns storyline, Shinsuke was kind of the guy screwed out of that gauntlet match before Adam Pearce was sort of inserted in. I figured it would have been a good way for him to sort of get, payback for it. But then I had a thought, all right?
God.
I had a thought that kind of coincides with something that I said earlier on in the predictions, all right?
Yeah.
Look.
Matt McKnight?
Not Matt McKnight, as great as that would be. And I would definitely pay I would pay for everyone's subscription to WrestleMania if Matt McKnight won the Royal Rumble.
I'll keep you to
that. But I was thinking about, some of the champions that I picked to win. Especially with one particular match. And I thought, well, what would be a good storyline for them going forward in order to really capitalize on that win? And, well, you can't just do nothing with a Money in the Bank briefcase. Okay. So it's one of those, you have The Miz winning the championship. Well, he needs a good opponent. Why not have John Morrison win the Royal Rumble?
I'm not laughing at your pick. I'm laughing because I know someone who's a huge John Morrison fan who might have a heart attack if that happens.
John Morrison wins the Royal Rumble because whenever he initially signed back to WWE, that was something big that he wanted. He wanted a chance at a big belt. And you already have a storyline set right there with the fact that Miz and Morrison, especially since Morrison's came back, they've been like coinciding with each other. They've been working hand in hand with each other. And the instant that Morrison finally gets that Royal Rumble spot to go for any championship that he wants, Miz is going to be like, all right, I'll keep this thing secure. You go for the Universal Championship. Well, no, I get a chance to pick.
I'm not fighting Roman.
Exactly. It's kind of one of those, that dissension between two points where we're going to get Miz versus Morrison at WrestleMania. So I'm picking John Morrison to win the Royal Rumble.
That is an insane pick. That's fucking crazy. It's ballsy. I will give you that. Tell you what. If John Morrison somehow finds a way to win the Royal Rumble, I'll buy you a Publix chicken tender sub.
Bro, hold him to it. All right. Well, now that we're through that, let's get into the other section, where this is one that I'm really excited for. You get 2 picks per Rumble.
Oh,
Pick
damn.
somebody. So what?
I had 5 people listed for each.
Oh, God. Well, yeah,
same.
We can go with 5 then.
Well, then again, in our defense, we're probably going to have a lot of the same people, some of the same people, so it won't. It's fine. We'll be fine.
You got a list. Who you think would be out of your list? Who you think would be their realistically, like, of course he's going to be or she's going to be in the Rumble. Why wouldn't she? And then somebody who you think that you like to see come back to the Rumble, but more than likely won't. We're going to start.
Can I pick one that I don't want to see at the Rumble, but I realistically see it going to be in the Rumble?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, first off, this is going to be for the women's one, so you can go ahead and start hating me for that in the first place. So here's the thing: we've all heard rumors. It's not Becky. No.
Oh, okay.
It's way too soon. It is way too soon for her to be back. She just gave birth last month.
Oh, I agree, but yeah, people are still talking about it, so who knows?
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: there's been another person who's been rumored to be coming back at some point. One that's been rumored for months now,
Does she give a damn about her reputation?
Actually, no. That is not the one I'm thinking of. No, I'm thinking one that. I'm thinking one that. Whenever she might be out there, she might be thinking all red everything. I'm thinking Eva Marie's gonna finally make her return for
you know what?
Royal Rumble.
If she returns, your chicken tender sub is gone.
Duly noted.
You know what? That isn't even who I was thinking you were gonna say as a surprise entrance. So
really?
So good on you.
That's the one. That's the one that I think. That's not the one I'm exactly wanting in the match. Okay, that's my that's one that I just think with all the rumors that we've heard for months about her wanting to get back and such. If there was, and the fact that the feud with the women's match, let's be honest, they could have a whole lot more people at least announced, but they haven't announced jack shit. So they might as well go ahead and get a surprise while they can.
All right, well, Foster.
I think Naomi's coming back again.
Finally.
It's because she just came back at the Rumble last year, and she didn't really do much of anything because they don't like pushing her for whatever reason. And even though she's wonderful,
yeah, she is.
But I think Naomi's coming back, and I want to say for the men's Rumble, I'm thinking somebody's coming back. I think this person's cool.
Oh my goodness! If that happens, bro.
I think this guy is cool, but I think he gets really offended when people say they don't like to be cool. So he spits in their face. I think Carlito is coming back.
That would be amazing.
That would be insane.
Of course, because I flippin' love Carlito. He was like one of my favorites when I started watching.
Oh, of course, mine too.
And he said he wasn't on Legends Night because he's like, don't just trot me out for like some 2-minute backstage thing. So they might think, all right, let's put him in the Rumble.
There you go.
Cool. All right.
I have others, but you can say a couple of yours first.
Let's do this. For the women, personally, I feel like they're gonna bring back Nikki Bella. I feel like they are. Because she said recently she wants to get involved in creative. And you know the first step they usually always do when they're bringing back a former wrestler to be backstage role, they bring him back in front of the cameras first. So I think that's the most realistic pick I have for who's going to return in the Women's Rumble. For the Men's Rumble, I've been thinking about this, and it's unrealistic as all get out. And I apologize ahead of because I already know somebody's gonna be pissy at me for saying this. CM Punk.
No.
And I know it's unrealistic, but let's also think about this. He has said the right amount of money and the right story would bring him back. And I'm not even saying that they did or they would or they gave him the free range to do whatever he wants. But think if they let him come back, they said you can have free range to say whatever you want, and we will even let you spearhead your story. Of course, it would be trash because he wouldn't be in front of any fan. But something about just the idea that the one person the one person seemingly the WWE had a hand on, but could not keep, they managed to get him back in the company by their hand. It's unrealistic and all get out, but that's what I think.
I at least appreciate you admitting that's unrealistic. But to be fair, but I can't leave you guys completely out. If you guys have unrealistic picks, then I'm gonna have an unrealistic pick.
Okay.
Okay, so this is somebody who technically has been announced for the Royal Rumble, but not in the way you would think. And that wrestler is the man who put entertainment back in sports entertainment, RJ City.
Oh, I would love to see him in the Rumble. I would love to see.
I know he's technically on the Royal Rumble watch long, but you can't tell me you can't tell me they haven't thought, what if he just gets up and leaves, and then just comes out to the ring, cuts a promo about how the Golden Girls and Cobb salads are the best thing about America, and just a whole bunch of other stuff, and says, and you know what? I didn't get a Cobb salad, so he gets in the ring, he asks to be eliminated, and he just leaves after that.
There we go. There we go. I'd be down to see that, like just in general, just that. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. All right, I didn't even reveal my completely out there. I know Eva Marie was kind of that for me. So the completely unrealistic one that is not going to happen, and it's actually going to somewhat coincide with what Foster said.
Are you going to say Danhausen?
I'm not going to say Danhausen, no, because he's technically got the money for the Blimphausen through Ring of Honor, so he can't really do that.
Sure.
Yeah. But I will say, so like you said, RJ City is part of that watch along, right? Well, they need to give him a reason to react. So why not bring on David Arquette and have him enter the Royal Rumble?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Absolutely.
He'll be an early. He'll be an early entrant. He'll be eliminated by freaking Otis or Braun Strowman or something like that. Okay, but come on, David Arquette, bring him on. I mean, he's been trying to get with the wrestling thing. So I mean, why the fuck not?
Hey, Jay Sean, he's a former WCW champion. Have some respect.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Let me also be the palate cleanser here and go with the realistic picks on who I think's gonna be in the match, legitimately. That's going to be Legado del Fantasma. I think freaking
all of them, or just one of them?
Yes, all of them. Yes.
Oh no, I just had Santos Escobar in it.
Okay. So,
maybe he kidnapped some people afterwards.
Fair enough. But at least Santo, and for the women's match, come on, you can't have Shotzi Blackheart not in the match at this point.
Okay, I would just want to say that Shotzi Blackheart is a menace. I think she is a very rude person. She hurt Robert Stone, who did not deserve it, and she should be arrested for running over somebody with a tank, because that's just wrong.
Well, maybe Robert Stone should have gotten out of the way of the tank.
Maybe Robert Stone was just doing his job and being an innocent man.
No. If you
How much is Robert Stone bribing you?
If you see,
let's just say I didn't get this mic from food stamps.
Man, all I'm saying is, if he gets I'm just flustered right now, man.
But yeah, Shotzi is also somebody who I had on my pick. But once again, I don't support it. I think she's mean. I think that tank needs to be removed, but I could see it.
Oh, please.
Also, I feel like we should talk about more NXT people. I think Bronson Reed is going to be in the Rumble.
Ooh,
yes.
Give me Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis was also on my list. Put Bronson Reed in there, the man with the best theme song in wrestling right now. I will take no complaints from that.
Fair.
And this is another out there pick because I love this guy, but we haven't seen him actually at this point in over a year. Rick Boogs.
Yeah.
Put Rick Boogs in the Rumble.
Bring on the Boogs Crews.
Have him. Heck, if he won it, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. I'm okay with that.
Now, if they're gonna bring him in, there has to be one specific section where there's only maybe 4 other guys, or a total of 5 guys in the ring, and they all play an air instrument. Like he has to hand out air instruments to people, and they all just sit there and play it for like 15 seconds, and then just everybody just jumps him and like throw him out at once.
Except for one guy who keeps playing the instrument. He's just like, I thought we actually bonded. Well, what the hell, guys?
R-Truth.
That one person, yeah, R-Truth.
Well, R-Truth was too busy trying to get the Money in the Bank briefcase from at the top, from up top, like he did a few years ago.
Oh God, that was.
We do not deserve R-Truth.
No, we don't.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Oh, also Damian Priest and Leon Ruff. They were also on my list.
I just want to see Damian Priest and Baron Corbin just have a stare down, just to be like,
"Hey, you're not me.
Who are you? I'm you, but with hair."
But that's what
you're bald.
No, friggin', he looks at Baron Corbin and he's like, "Who are you? You're not me."
What I was about to say? Are we? Okay, so we talked about what's your I don't want to say undercard. What is your dark horse pick to win the Rumble? Because, like I said, they're teasing that a lot of people could win, and it's because I love him. But I'm gonna be honest with that promo. I wouldn't be completely surprised if somehow Mustafa Ali makes it even to the Final Four. If he makes it,
he's definitely.
Heck, even if somehow he won, I wouldn't be completely shocked. But that, like I said, he's a very, very dark horse candidate.
If I had to pick a dark horse candidate, I would think, and this actually ties back into the surprise entrant, Seth Rollins.
Oh, you know
They've
what?
Been teasing him, and I hate to say this, but I really feel like while they wouldn't ask Becky to come back because she just had the baby like a month ago, they would absolutely ask Seth to come back now that the baby's been born.
Do you think he'll still be doing his Messiah gimmick?
That's the interesting part is, what if he was doing something in the middle? Like, not necessarily the Messiah gimmick, but not necessarily like back to his old burn it down gimmick. He was just kind of in between where he's just like, I'm just a guy because I'm a dad now.
I'm a dad now. So that means you guys can forgive me for taking out somebody's eye twice. We're cool, right? We're cool, right, Ray?
Hey, Dad. I'm the dad.
We're cool, right, Ray? Cabron. That means yes, right? I'm like, sure.
Sure. As far as you know.
Okay, you want to know what my dark horse is, and the one that's probably not going to be anywhere close to it, but I would be surprised as well if they pull some BS like this. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Sure.
Hear me out. Dominic Mysterio.
I'm freezing right now.
Listen to me.
I kind of want to hear what you. I kind of want to hear why, but at the same time, I'm curious.
Let's take it. I'll wait for Foster to get back. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. Because keep in mind, we're talking about this whole entire like head of the table thing with Roman Reigns more than anything else. Okay. Okay. Hear me out.
Sure. I will.
Hear me out before you. I was gonna say, at least humor me with this one. Okay. Okay. Again, this is the dark horse. This is not my solid pick. I already made my pick earlier. But I'm saying Dominic because here's the thing. Roman Reigns is all about the head of the table, like, you know, his family, his bloodline, and all stuff like that. Well, that's a major thing that the Mysterios are all about, okay? So there's an easy insert storyline right there with the whole entire Mysterios versus Roman Reigns setup to where, like, maybe for Fastlane or the freaking Chamber, we'll have Ray versus Roman going against each other before Dominic, like, you know, as the winner steps up is like, you know, I got this. This is for my family more than anything else. All right.
And then he gets smacked around and done silly by Roman Reigns.
Probably.
He's gonna do the Roman Reigns what Brock Lesnar did, or Roman Reigns is gonna do to Dominic what Brock Lesnar did to Roman Reigns a few years ago at WrestleMania. He's going to talk this man silly.
Yes. Again, this is the dark horse. Probably not going to be anywhere close to winning. Winner I'm going to pick.
He's
okay?
Gonna toss that man like a salad.
But you see, it's not like I just threw a random name out there and be like, oh yeah, they're gonna win. Like, there's a good storyline that could be built from that if Dominic gets the win.
He gonna toss that man like a salad. Man's gonna be up in there freaking pizza dough twirling this man in the air.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm.
Wait,
Well,
Are you
actually,
done? Are you done hurting me?
I can also go with the women's dark horse pick as well because I didn't
God.
choose that yet.
I swear to
Oh no! It's gonna be a little bit more of a safer pick or something like that. I'm gonna go with Natalia getting the win on that one as the dark horse candidate. Natalia, because one of those like with all the years of experience that she has, she deserves a chance to get that Royal Rumble win to add on to her resume and go against one of the two people. Again, this is dark horse we're talking about.
I got a dark horse. Thank you for actually saying that. Here's my dark horse for the women.
Okay.
Trish Stratus. And the reason I say that, oh, come now. My reasoning for that is because who has been talking the most trash to Sasha Banks over the past few weeks and months? Wow. Well, he decides he wants to come back.
Time out. I just want to ask, who was the one that decided that we need a dark horse candidate?
That one.
Okay. Alex, I want you to realize you're the one that posed this question, okay? So we're just giving our answers.
Okay, yes, and it's my fault for not recognizing that maybe you two don't know what dark horse means. Dark horse doesn't mean absolutely out there. Dark horse means
no,
like, you know,
it's not completely out there with mine. Thank you.
It's not out there with
let's see,
mine
John
either.
Moore. Fuck off! No.
There's
I know what I'm saying.
storyline reasons
They've
with
been
my
building
picks.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, Natalia. Okay, cool. I love Natalia, but come on, no.
What story is built there? Like, come on. At least with Trish Stratus, there is some story there because she literally was like, I faced Charlotte, I lost. But I really don't feel like I faced the best. And then Sasha Banks started talking trash.
I just want to say, if Trish Stratus starts cutting her promos like you're doing right now, I will be completely on board with it. Just very out of it. Just very out of it. Very uninvested.
You were good,
Somewhat
but you weren't that good.
Of a southern accent.
Literally, just like, you know what? She was alright, but like,
she's basically fucking Lamar from GTA 5 with that.
If she says Sasha Banks has a yee ass haircut, I'm done. I'm done.
Maybe you got rid of that old haircut. Reginald will call you back.
You'd actually win at WrestleMania. But okay, Trish Stratus. I'm on board now. You've sold me. I'm on board now. Perfect. Okay, for my dark horse, I'm not going to say Alexa Bliss. That seems a little too obvious.
Right.
This is okay. This is a little. Admittedly, this is a little bit out there. Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Not as out there as ours, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I almost said Raquel, and I'm like, I could see Raquel in the Rumble, but I'm not. But she ain't winning it. That ain't gonna happen.
Okay. Where do you think she's gonna go from here, though? What do you think she wins, and what do you think she does?
I'm gonna be honest. I think if she could win, go to SmackDown, be a heel. Because in NXT UK she was a face, she was a heel. NXT Prime, she's a face. I could easily just see her being like, you know what, your character hasn't really been established as that much different from being heel or face. So just go out there and be a heel. Just be menacing and tough and all the other jazz. And
Sasha Banks around like a ragdoll. She's good for it.
Yeah, basically that.
And before anybody that hears that tries to twist it into anything, I mean, she's good at ragdoll selling. Like Dolph Ziggler, they're really good at it. They throw their limbs, man. It's all in the limbs.
Yeah. Yeah, and as much as I would love for Kona Reeves to come out and win the Rumble and come out and say, you know, this is the finest Royal Rumble now, purely thanks to me, which it is. He's the finest. Or Everrise landing both of them on their feet at the same time. We're like, you know what? We're both Royal Rumble winners now. Because Everrise rules. Take that, Roman. And then Roman gets upset and yells at Paul or something like that.
He's just going to ban Everrise from ever stepping back foot in the Thunderdome.
I don't...
I think Everrise got involved with the last man standing match.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just purely a hey, we're friends thing. I feel like I feel like they're not going to interact very often.
Yeah.
That'd still be cool.
I was about to say, I feel like we've exhausted every topic short of Adam Pearce winning the Royal Rumble, but other than that,
that'd be interesting.
That's the fantasy booking. Are you kidding me?
I just want to see him in one more match, man. I really do.
Yeah, but that's one of the things I was talking about because a lot of people say Braun Strowman is going to win. I don't think Braun Strowman's going to win. I think Braun Strowman's going to get eliminated, and then remember, hey, guess what? Adam Pearce, you're the one who suspended me. I think Braun's going to lay out Adam Pearce for a good while so they can do the whole Sonya taking over sort of thing. Even though she seems to only be on SmackDown. Not sure why she's not doing anything on Raw, but fine. And then
she's too good for it.
Yeah, she is. And then Adam Pearce comes back and be like, you know what? I want a match with you, Braun, at WrestleMania. I'm facing the weak link anyway because I'm not facing Nicholas.
Not wrong.
Again, there's the fantasy booking right there. Nicholas winning the Royal Rumble. No, I'm joking.
Oh, Lord.
God.
You might want to go ahead and sign us off before we get a little bit too far into weird.
Will Malcolm Bivens be in the Rumble? That's all. That's the last thing, and I'm done. Because he's a very reliable source. Because he said he was going to be in the Rumble.
That's fair.
I feel like he had a specific tweet in mind about it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But he seems like a likely source.
I could see it. But we are going to sign off. With that being said, if you guys have enjoyed today's video, why don't you go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Also, go check out these guys' content, Postmodern Art Podcast and the Anime Egotist. Go check them out because, yes, they are great. They have some really top-tier content, and they're unlike anybody you'll ever see or hear from ever, because they're actually real.
I was about to say, I'm not sure that's a good thing.
They're unlike anybody else because they're actually real about their content, and everything they think and feel is real. Nobody telling them what to say, what to do, and what to feel. But with that being said, you guys have been amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check back because I will be doing some more stuff a little bit more regularly. But with that being said, I've been Jay Sean.
I've been Nathan.
I've been Foster for the better part of 20-something years, and I'm just sort of stuck with it.
And we will see you in the next video. Keep it real. Adios.
Hasta luego, amigos.
See you next time.